Hi guys, welcome to code tutorial. Today we are going to start our sixth lecture of Angular live classes. So welcome all of you. Please tell me that my voice is clear or not. Alright, so till now we worked with the basic of our Angular, like what Angular is, what is the concept of component, and we worked with the different component, nested one component in the side another component and all this, right? So and in the previous lesson we saw the at the rate output variable also, at the rate input parameter also, or input property also, right? So over here today we are going to cover up very first your template variable, okay, and second we are going to cover our what at the rate output. Okay, so first of all, without any delay, let us open the project on which we are working. So that's a demo app, and let us open it with code. In yesterday lecture we saw the concept of interface also, right? Like what is interface and why we use it. So to maintain the strong type checking we use the concept of interface. Simple. So over here we already created the interface with the name item. Let me show you this one, in which these are all the properties of the interface, and whenever we create the object or the instance of this interface we need to give the values to these particular properties. Okay, over here you can see in the item child what I have is at the rate input property means I want, when I want to pass the data from parent to child component, at that time I use what, the rate input parameter. All right, now before coming to the output parameter, just want to work with a simple thing that is called the template variable. Okay, so over here let me use this item child component only, and I'm going to take a particular input. So simply I will write label and enter name. Okay, and below this I will take a input, give it a type is equal to text, means our normal text box, and I will give it some reference, that is by using hash, and let me give it some name like txt name. Okay, and suppose I have a button, and on the click of that button I want to call some particular function which will take the value of this text box. Okay, so let us create the function first. So suppose the name of the function is hello, and it will take a parameter x of type string. Okay, or a parameter n of type string, any name you can take. And over here what we want to do, simply on the console just show the message that console.log whatever is the value of n. Okay, or if you want to set its variable to its value to any local variable, you can set that one also, but just as of now for the development purpose we are going to use console.log, because we just want to learn like how this value can come. Okay, so let us come to the item child. Over here what I am saying, that I will create a button and call this hello function on that particular button. Okay, so let us come over here, create a button, input with type is equal to button, give it some value like click here. And as I told you in the previous session that in place of using on click, I am going to use the event binding. The concept of what? The concept of event binding. Okay. So that is on click. What I want to do, I want to call hello. And what I want to pass, so over here I want to pass the value of this particular text box. Okay. So by using the template variable, this particular thing is possible. Means over here I will directly pass what? Txt name dot value. Okay. This is the one thing. And if you want to show the same thing over here, let us take a simple heading welcome. And see over here, let us take a temporary variable with the name username. Okay. And go to its ts file, and let us say username is equal to demo or demo user. And after that, at this point, if you are not familiar with the console, fine, we are going to write username is this dot username is equal to what? The value of n. So this is all done. What will happen over here, that in the item child dot html I have a text box to which I give a template variable, or you can say a template reference. All right. And after that, I am taking its value and passing it inside the hello function. And this hello function I used by using the event binding. And then we are using this value and setting its value to the username from this hello function. This is the total scenario. All right. So let us start our application with ng serve. First time it will take some time, so let us give it some time. What is this? On ng server, it is giving me something like this. I think I pressed some key unintentionally. So over here, let us press ng serve again. We need to wait for this one. And before that, let me clear you, in the end of this session we are going to make a small project, or you can say a small practical, basically in which I will take a array of object of interfaces. Okay. This is saying that username not defined, username doesn't exist on type item child component dot ts. So let us see, where is this? Yeah, it's there. Let's save it, and you can see it is over here now. And let us go over here. So this is our local host 4200, and here it is saying welcome demo user. Right now I will pass some values, say John, and click. So the value is changing to John. Okay. So template variable are simply the reference that give you the facility to take the value of the component elements. Okay. If you see in the JavaScript, I need to write complete document dot get element by id this dot value. Okay. So over here, this work is easily done by our template variable. Okay. Now what is the next thing is I want to create a separate component which will add the item, okay, in the list. Over here the list this is coming is from item parent. Let me show you. This is item parent, in which I have an array with the name item list. Okay, if you watch the previous session, we worked on all these things. Okay, so this is a thing, and after that what you are doing is yeah, from here all the things are coming, and when I click, the selected item is coming by using the concept of @input. What I want, that I will create one more separate component with the name add item. Okay, and that add an item will do what? That will add the item in this item list. Okay, now what is the condition? That I have a other component. I am going to have a other component with the name add item. Okay, and then inside that add item, I want some functionality that can add the item into this item list. Okay, and let us make it one more thing. Over here these are the direct values. Fine, and this is the array of the objects which are of type interface item. All right, so this is a very simple thing. Now let us go and see how we can do this particular thing. That is the concept of @output. So before that, let me create the new component add item. So that will be nggc add item. Okay, this will create a item for you. That is the add component. Okay, and I want to create some event over here. Okay, so first of all, let us see. This is the add item component. It's HTML, fine, and it's this one, TS file. So very first thing what I want to do is I want to use the concept of @output. So, okay, so I will write what @output. This is present again in your Angular core, so it will automatically get imported. If not, then you need to import it manually. Okay, then you are going to give it the name of event. Okay, basically again this will become the event. Okay, so you are going to write, say, new item event. Okay, and over here let us create its object and say this will emit a event, that is the event emitter, that will take some variable or parameter, you can say, of type item, and this is the particular event. Item, you can see it is giving me the error. Reason, because I need to import it. All right, so this thing is done. Now I will create a separate function which will emit this event. Emit this event means which will fire this event. Okay, so let us create a function with the name add new item. Okay, and what I am saying, that it will bring the things like id, that is of type string. Let me copy from the interface. We have id, name, category, and status, and that are of the type, you can see. So over here I will paste the same things. Okay, just in place of semicolon you are going to use the comma. Name doesn't matter. Okay, but we are doing it for our convenience, and this is the thing that this particular function will get called on the click of something, and then I am going to create a object of the interface item. Okay, so this is the item. Now let us create item is equal to what, as I told you that this id is coming as number, so let us take it string. Okay, and I don't want to give the status and pick a string, so I will give them manually. Okay, so because we are using the interface, it is compulsory to give values to all the things. Okay, right now I am writing this just to see the name only. Now item is equal to, we need to create the object, so id will be what, the value of id is what is the data type, number. Okay, and over here if you see the id is string. Okay, if you have confusion with this, just add p, that is pid, pname, p category. Okay, that is for the parameter. But if I write this and this one, they two are the totally different things. Over here I will draw the value for this id should be number, as I show you in the interface. So we need to do parse int, means convert the string to the integer, and pid. All right, second thing we want what, name, that should be equal to, it will take the value of pname, and category will take the value of p category, comma I want the status to be true for all, and the pick I don't want to give as of now, so I will simply write no image. Clear? So the item is created. Now I need to emit this event. Okay, so we are going to write this dot new item event dot emit, and it will take a item with it. Okay, so this thing is done. Now the ts section of the add item component is done, but as I make this function, so I need something which will call this and the value of these things. Okay, so simply we are going to use the concept of template variables, and for that let us go to our add item dot component dot html. Okay, so simply let us create fast, that is label for item dash id, and take id, input of type text I want, so input type is equal to text, id is equal to item dash id, and the template variable will be hash id. Okay, because at the end we are going to use this value, means I will pass this value only. Okay, then similarly I want id is done, we want name, category. Okay, so this is name, item name, it should be same ideally, and hash name, and what was the next one, category. So this will be the category, item id will be category, and this will be category, and this will be category. Okay, done. Now we are going to take a button that we will use to add the new item. So we are going to type input of type button, value is equal to add item. Okay, or simply add, and we will bind the click event of this one. So click is equal to what was the name of the function that we created, this one, add new item, and it will take PID, pname, p category, means the 3 parameter of type string. Okay, so let us come over here. This now we need to give the things in the same sequence. So id dot value comma name dot value. Here this id, name and category are the name of your template reference. Okay, so this will get called. Fine. So when this will get called, this particular thing will go. Now what happened? We want to fire this event from where? We want to fire this event from our parent component where I am going to call this. Okay, so first of all, what is its selector? App add item. So let us go to our item parent component.ts, import this component, that is import item, sorry, add item component. In the list, again you are going to import add item component. Fine. Now go to the HTML section. Over here, say this is the item child, let it be. I will add the add component of the on the top. So that is the app dash add item. Okay, I hope this is the only selector. Yeah, app dash add item. Now this is the item parent. So in order to bind that event, what we are going to write, what was the name? If you go to the add item.ts, the name is new item event. Okay, so this is the event that you are going to fire. Okay, means this event will get fired, and means it will call some function of your parent component by this parameter. Okay, so just to copy this name, go to our item parent.html. Over here, this is the name of event, and I am saying that in this particular parent component, I am going to add a function which will add the item to the array. So that will be our dollar event. This is the inbuilt variable which is given. So indirectly it will have what you can see, this add item will get fired by where? From this point. Okay, and you can see new event emitter item. So this item will go inside your dollar event. Got it? So this is a, everything is very much connected to each other. Okay, so it is important to understand each and everything very clearly. So this is done. Now go to the TS section. Over here, I will call this function, and what I am saying that it will keep something, it will bring something called I of type what? Item. Simple. Okay, and we have the array with the name what? Item list. If you know, we have the method of array. Whenever you want to push new element, we have the method called push. And what I want to push? I want to push simply I. So just save it and let us see what's going on. Add new item doesn't exist on type this. Just check over here on click add new item. So this is just 1 second. Save all. Okay, so name dot value, and this is category only. I need to give a category dot value. Okay, so category dot value, save it. Now all good. Go to our browser window. Some tag is open. Fine. So let me give the ID, say 101. Name is say laptop. Category, or let us give category laptop, and name will be HP laptop. Okay, the status and the image URL I already stated hard coded. So just add, you can see HP, because the thing is the item is pushed inside the array, so that's why it is coming over here. Okay, if you want you can free these values also. So Lenovo laptop and PC and add. So this is done. Over here, if you click this button, this is what, this is just passing the value with the @input parameter. Okay, so this is what the concept is. Means simply we are going to use a array of object. If you see in this particular section, we used the concept of interface, we used the concept of template variable, we used the concept of @input, @output, ng. For all of these things are included in this particular section. Okay, so always remember @input and @output are the properties that gives you the value to communicate between the parent and child component. @input is how the parent component is going to pass the data to child component, and @output is how the child component is going to, you can say, give data or fire event from the parent component. Okay, I hope this is clear. If you have any issue, just watch the session on from the this point. Okay, so you will see the things. Still, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment box. All right, so press the like button, do practice, keep coding.